Hey guys, everything new under the sun. I had to do this article, and this is not going to be a popular article. It's not going to get a lot of views, this particular video. But it needs to be shown because persecution is coming. We in North America are very sheltered. We have no idea what persecution is, really. Dailyverses.net has several verses about persecution. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven, Matthew 5:10. This is why for Christ's sake I delight in weakness, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, in difficulties, for when I am weak, then I am strong. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall trouble or hardship, or persecution or famine, or nakedness, or danger, or sword? Nothing will separate us from the love of God. I want to take a look at this article. This is from Breitbart, and you can't see this. Let me flip over to Breitbart here. Breitbart.com, and Nigeria's Fulani jihadis grow deadlier than Boko Haram, killing hundreds of Christians in days. This is from yesterday, 2018. They're killing Christians all over the world. We in North America have no idea what's happening. We have no idea what persecution is. Muslim terrorists from Fulani herdsman group in Nigeria used machetes and firearms to massacre more than 200 people in a predominantly Christian region over a 2-day period in June, a testament to the group's growing lethality that has far surpassed Boko Haram's. Breitbart News spoke to various analysts and experts who believe the Fulani are deserving of a sinister label just beyond herdsmen. The group carried out massacres across nearly a dozen villages in Nigeria's Christian-majority Plateau state over the weekend. This just happened last month, killing over 200. The estimated number of farmers who have been killed by Fulani terrorists this year varies between 1,700 and 6,000, including women and children. So up to 6,000 women, children, men, all Christians, most of Muslim Christians at least, died because people of another religion felt that there was a God-given right to kill others. Christians are not called by God to kill others, not in this day and age by any stretch. We should love our enemies. We should reach them for Christ. But this is a persecution coming on the world, coming on the Christians that will be here in the last days. And we are in the last days. Not only in the last days, but in the last hours of the last days. And how many, look at the images there. I don't even want to show it. YouTube's going to stop. I can't even look at those. Guys, you should be concerned about this. You should be sad, and your heart should be broken and feeling for the Christians in other nations who are butchered and killed because they're Christians, because they follow Jesus. This persecution is coming to Christians in North America, I think, sooner than we think. This is a time to make a stand. Are you for Christ or against him? When they come at you with a machete or a gun, are you going to stand for Christ? I hope I do, but that's a scary situation that I've never encountered before. I don't know what would happen in that case. I sure hope I would stand for Christ and be willing to lose my life for Christ. But that's what Christians are called to do, lose our lives for Christ, to give up our lives for Christ. In the hope, of course, that we will live in eternity with God in heaven. And our short lifetime is nothing compared to eternity in heaven with God. It's a small price to pay. But we'll be getting persecuted, and there are Christians, our brothers and sisters, being persecuted all around the world. And most churches don't speak to this. Most churches don't even mention it. Most churches aren't aware of this stuff happening. And we need to be reminded of this, because this is our faith. This is our struggle. This is what the Bible tells us is coming. We will be hated by all nations for Christ, for the sake of Christ. They will see Christ in us, and they will hate us because they hated Christ first. I'll put the link in the description, guys. This is a wake-up. This is a sobering reminder of what the rest of the world is dealing with. Christian persecution. North America is an anomaly. It's not like the rest of the world. We live in relative peace and safety and no persecution, but it's getting worse, and it will continue to get worse. It's going to get very bad in North America when they really start blaming the Christians for everything, and we may see more of this. We've already seen terrorist attacks in the U.S. where the government went around and said, "Are you Christian?" And if the answer was no, they would shoot them in the leg. If the answer was yes, they'd shoot them in the heart or the head to kill them because they were going after Christians specifically. This is the rise in satanic influence in the world. Satan just wants to kill us. He wants to get rid of all Christians because he thinks he wins if he gets rid of all Christians. He knows what's coming, and he knows he only has a few years left. Time is short. He's just taken as many with him as he can, trying to kill as many people as he can, and he's inspiring many non-Christians to go and kill any Christian they can. And this is going on horribly in Nigeria, for just one of the states, one of the countries where this is happening. I'm not even talking about the persecuted Christian in Iran or in China. It's sobering. Let's go back to what the verse is here. Let me just switch this here. It's important, and I mean there's so much more context to these verses, but these are just little snippets. But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. We are to pray for the Boko Haram and the Fulani terrorists. We are to pray for them. If the world hates you, keep in mind they hated me first, John 15:18. They hated who? Jesus. Blessed are you when people hate you, when they exclude you and insult you and reject your name as evil because of the Son of Man. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse, Romans 12:14. Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. It goes on. I'll put this link in the description. Evil is upon us. Evil is around us. Christians are dying every day or being mutilated every day for their faith in Jesus Christ. This is coming soon to North America. I don't know how bad it will get, but we are not living the life that many Christians around the world live. Guys, thanks for watching. Pray for these people. Be aware that there's a price to pay for your Christian faith because Satan just wants to kill you. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.